Before we get into the real reason that you're here, because we're in a building like this, in a setting like this, there are certain things we have to get straight before we get into the main part. I am asking you all to turn off your phones and electronic gizmos that make noise. The exception, of course, would be our fire department, and may they stay here. The restrooms are on to my right, your left. Absolutely no smoking is allowed in this building. Refreshments will be served after the whole program is over. So don't start walking around looking for anything because you're not going to get it. Okay? And I know you've been looking at some of the displays and the articles that we have up here, and I hope you continue to do that after the program. But try not to touch a lot of that stuff because some of it is here on loan, as it were. Our new Maywood medallion, I have the old one on, but we have a new one that has a new banner across the bottom of it, and it says established 1894. They will be for sale afterwards for $20 a piece. And Harry, can you take care of the medallion business at the end, far end of the table? If they're all there, we'll tell you about it. Thank you, Harry. Harry always is so good. In your programs, the honorees are listed alphabetically. So just to keep things in somewhat of an order, we're not going alphabetically. So don't say, oh, you missed or you goofed or whatever. There's a reason, and we won't get into that. I have not seen Megan or Tim Larson come in. Have you? Okay, then we can proceed. And I just want you to know how appreciative we all are. This is a community effort from the word go, and everybody is more than welcomed here, and we're delighted with the turnout. It's just spectacular. To begin the program, I'm going to read a poem. It was written by an R.W. Glover. I have no idea what the name of it is because I didn't look it up, and we don't need to know it. But the reason I'm reading it to you is that in the 1944 anniversary of Maywood, that's when we were about 50 years old, Colonel Lee Lydecker read this poem. He also did this on the borough's 75th anniversary in 1969. Now today, January 15, 2007, even though it's not a special town anniversary, but we don't celebrate that until June 30th of this year, so we have a ways to go. I still think that the poem is most appropriate for us today, and there's one word that I have to explain, mostly for the younger people, because there are a few older ones who will remember that the word grip means suitcase, or in today's parlance, probably a backpack, okay? So here goes with the poem. If you want to live in a kind of a town that's the kind of a town you like, you needn't slip your clothes in a grip and start on a long, long trip. You'll find elsewhere what you've left behind. There's nothing that's really new. It's a knock at yourself when you knock your town. It isn't your town, it's you. Real towns are not made by those who are afraid lest somebody else get ahead, but when everyone works and nobody shirks, you can raise a town from the dead. And if while you're working your stake, and your neighbor can make one too, your town will be what you want it to be and what you want it to see. It isn't your town, it's you.